So, Caleb, you want to start us off, brother?
No.
Too bad.
You fucking start the podcast and you do it right now.
Happy Mother's Day,
This
fucking
won't be airing
plebs.
on Mother's Day. You can't say that.
It's Mother's
Oh,
Day.
fine. Fucking happy Motherless Day, you
Oh, yeah.
fucking plebs.
Oh, right. Damn it.
Wow,
Can't really make
My
that
mom-
joke.
my mom's dead. You fucker.
Oh.
That's where I was getting at.
No, it's fine. It's funny.
See, that's when you insert like the Looney Tunes "We'll be back."
Or-
Like some elevator
Um,
music.
Yeah.
See, if Justin laughs, it's okay.
Oh yeah.
if he doesn't, then it's like, oh, cross the line.
In high
We
school, I
said
used to
too
do this
much.
thing where I would like pause for like 5 seconds to make them think I'm pissed, and then I start laughing.
For you to cope with the fucking joke, you're just like, I should fuck with them.
Yep, exactly.
Justin, I'm gonna join you on Halo. There's Halo competitive, and I think last time we did the podcast, we really focused without even saying anything, and
We
I
did.
really want to do that.
We did. I already started a game
Okay.
because you weren't here, but I will invite you after.
Well, fuck off. That's fine.
So, how you guys been? It's been a while since we've been together.
I'm doing great, man. Playing Zelda, playing shit. How are you guys doing?
I twisted my fucking ankle at
Yeah,
work.
I don't know why you.
You sent me that photo, and I'm like, because the photo was like of your knee.
Yeah, it looked
then,
like
like,
you
I
just like
twisted my
scraped your
ankle.
knee or something. You're like,
You're like, I twisted my
Yeah,
ankle.
no,
Like,
because I
that's
landed
your
on
knee.
fucking gravel. That's why.
my
The man
leg.
who drives for a living twisted his ankle.
My leg. My leg. Yeah,
Sorry, buddy.
I feel your pain.
How is that office work treating?
Oh, that's great. I'm considering switching, but God, do I ever not want to? Because our transportation director is a fucking bitch.
Yep. That sounds about right with office work.
Oh my god. I love office work. Like
Same.
ever since I quit my factory job and my Walmart shit, I've been an advocate of office work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
What?
she makes people like she gives people ultimatums. Like she'll change their jobs. Like she made everybody in the office like get a CDL, so they had to like go on routes and stuff if we were short staffed. And she gave people ultimatums like in dispatch, like, hey, like I'm gonna change your hours, and if you don't like it, then you can either quit or find a new job or
That's toxic as fuck.
Yeah, what a bitch.
basically so that she didn't have to fire them so that they couldn't claim unemployment.
So instead of just firing, she's cutting their out.
Not
But-
cutting them, just
But you
changing
can-
them,
Wait, but you
Not
can.
cutting.
altering the hours.
But you can.
cutting.
But if they cut hours to a certain point, they can file.
They can't.
They're not cutting hours, they're changing the hours. So like the one dispatcher that I was friends with personally that I knew before starting work there, and then when I started work there I found out that she worked there too. I had forgotten that she worked there when I started there. Anyways, she had worked from like 9 to 7, and then all of a sudden when she came in like halfway through the year, she was like, hey, I'm going to change your hours. You're going to come in from 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, and then you're going to, leave for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then you're going to come back and work like 2 to 5.
This is the thing
And
about
then-
companies. So, okay, I have managed hotels. I manage a dental office right now. I'm telling you, there's a million ways you could skirt around the law. That is just a roundabout way of cutting someone's hours, is changing their
Yeah.
hours. Like it's on paper. I'm changing the hours. Like, but why? You really just want to cut their hours, but you won't say that to them, and you won't admit it because even though that's what you're doing, because you don't want to get sued, and you don't want them here, and you can't fire them, and without paying them out, and there's a million different reasons why. But I am telling you, as someone who had a boss who did the same shit, they just want to cut their hours. They just want to say that.
Yeah, to save money.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, that's what's, to make it long story short, that's what's detering me from wanting to move inside the office, because what I've been told from her after she left and from others, that the safest place to be in the company right now is to stay a driver, because she doesn't touch them. She doesn't do anything towards them. So
Well, then stay a
it's the
driver.
safest place to be. Yeah,
Stay a driver.
I guess.
Fuck it.
So I guess I'll just continue to take shit from little kids.
Sometimes the closest you are to management, the worst, because then they like analyze you, and then they like give you
Yeah.
like unrealistic
Ooh.
expectations and shit.
I can definitely disagree to that. I'll get to that there in a
I
second.
think it depends. Sometimes the farther you are, the worse. Sometimes the closer you are, the worse. Just depends. But yeah.
Yeah, my old job, I got critiqued when I was like fresh meat more than when I got promoted. When I got promoted, they're like, yeah, you did very well. You got promoted very quickly. We don't care what you do now.
Yeah.
We're done. We're just like, here you go.
Sometimes you get so far away from management that they say like, "Oh, what do you do around here anyway?" When
Yep.
in reality, you do a lot, but they don't fucking see it. So then they're like, "Ah, this guy doesn't do anything." It's like,
Pretty
oh
much.
well.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I did for almost 2 years.
Yep.
I've
Yep. You're just admitting it.
Yeah,
Like I didn't do shit
I don't give a,
for
I
2 years.
don't give a fuck. I literally went 2 years, promoted, got a pay raise, and I told people what to do, and all I did was play video games all day.
The con man.
God, I miss that fucking job. God, dude, it was such a good
Yeah, I
job.
remember there was one day, like, we were playing Destiny or something, and you were like, 1 second, I'm gonna clock out for lunch. And I'm
Yep.
like,
I've done
I'm
that.
like,
I've done that more times than one.
I know. It's so funny.
I mean, perks of working from home, especially if you don't have to like talk to people. Yeah, it's so clutch.
Yeah.
It's so
You're like
clutch.
ruining work from home for so many companies.
Whatever. Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, Caleb, how's God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah, so recently I decided to turn my PS5 on because we moved in January, and I haven't turned on my PS5 since. And so I was like, you know what? I'm really getting bored of games that I have on my Xbox.
Because there's no
And
games.
so I was like, well, I was playing through BioShock, and I was like, this is great, but it does just not hit the same. And I was like, this game sucks. So
Oh boy,
I
moved
game
over.
for you. There's a new hit
I moved
game
over.
made by the creators of Dishonored called Redfall. Not sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's made by. They made Dishonor.
No, wasn't that Bethesda?
No, Arcane made Dishonored, Deathloop, Prey, and then
Well, that's why it fucking sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Brutal.
So
Oh yeah, they did. I
yeah.
thought
So
it was.
so anyways, I turned on my PS5 and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing some games here, unrelated to my foot injury, not that I was like out of work or whatever. So I picked up like Ratchet and Clank, just because it was like a fun little game. I knew it was short and I just wanted to beat it real quick. And turns out I was right. It took me like literally, it would have taken me honestly like 5 hours if I didn't do like all the optional shit.
It's a very
With the
short game.
optional shit, honestly, like 7 hours. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
It took me like 8 hours because I spent like an hour trying to find I was stuck on something trying to find something and it was in plain sight. Anyways, and then the second game also took me like 7 hours with some of the optional shit that I decided to do. And it was just like they were both very short. I beat both of them within like 2 days, and that's with like going to work and playing for like just a couple of hours in the day. So I mean, both very short. And then I decided to pick up God of War Ragnarok, and literally like the first thing I immediately remembered like all the controls, and like I was like in the middle of doing a puzzle, and like I started doing the puzzle, and I was like, oh, this game is immediately fun. I was like, why did I stop playing this?
Yeah, you literally missed like literally one of the best games ever made. Again,
Yeah.
by the way.
I get it though, because you just beat the first one, and sometimes you see a break in between. I get it,
Hell
Well, you
no.
know, because I think it was like, I can't remember, 20 hours, 20 or 30 hours. I can't remember beating the first one.
Damn, that's
I think it
it.
was 20. Yeah.
Damn, you didn't find no Valkyries.
I didn't even get all the.
you
I didn't even get all the Valkyries. I didn't even get all the Valkyries either.
Ugh.
man.
I said this to a friend of mine because we're just talking about going from one game to the next. I was saying with a buddy of mine yesterday. I told him I got my PS5. He was like, oh, I didn't never play Ragnarok before. Then we were talking about Spider-Man, how it got like remastered on the PS5. I said, did I tell you? And he goes, what? I said, I platinumed the PS4 of Miles Morales and Spider-Man, and I did it on the PS5 too. he looked at me and goes, was you serious? I said, yeah. I had a lot of time. Those games are great.
I platinumed Miles Morales. Oh,
That shit was pretty easy.
Okay.
It's a
How far are
smaller
you-
game.
How far are you in Ragnarok, Caleb?
Me?
Yes, Caleb, the only other person.
Let's see. No, shut up.
The Caleb that starts with a C in here.
We just let's see. We just got through Elfheim. Tyr accidentally killed an elf and got upset, and then took him back to the portal, and he went home. And then Kratos wanted to spend time with his son, so we spent time looking for a animal, which turned it out to be a giant sky squid or octopus, whatever it is.
The
Squid,
jellyfish?
jellyfish, whatever. Shut up. And So I freed that, got all the chests and stuff like that around there. Oh, and then I headed back to the house, went to do dinner. Tyr accidentally called Atreus the champion, and that upset Kratos and Atreus at the same time because Kratos yelled at him. And now I'm in the middle of a dream with Atreus, and that's when I jumped on with you guys.
Damn, you're literally at the point where it starts getting good. I mean, the whole game is great, but
The whole
Are you kidding me?
game
I was gonna say,
is
what do you mean? It was good before.
I'm saying like it gets.
I thought it was gonna die
that's-
when Atreus left Kratos to go find Freya on his own. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That-
And when I was
Yeah,
12 years old, I was afraid to go down the block without asking my mom.
the part that you're
Jesus
at is where the
Christ, you
game really
sheltered
takes
child.
off. Yeah.
Jesus
Are you kidding me?
Christ.
It took off the first
No,
the first time it started when you're sliding
trust
down
me.
the mountain and Freya's
us,
chasing
buddy.
you, and oh my
Trust
god,
us.
are you kidding me?
No.
No, shut the
Trust-
fuck up right now.
trust
That's
me.
why it's Game of the Year. From the minute you turn it on,
wasn't.
Game of the Year, done.
Didn't even win Game of the Year.
Elden Ring won.
Yes, it did.
Elden Ring won.
Game of the Year.
Oh, that's right. It got like what?
Yeah,
like
it
10
was
categories.
It was literally runner up, but for some reason, Elder Ring won, whatever.
Yeah, for some reason.
Elden Ring
fucking
deserves
Elden
it.
Ring. No, it doesn't.
It's not as good as fucking God of War.
It is absolutely better than God of War.
Absolutely. It's got the
As someone
replayability.
who's actually played both games, I could tell you it's better than God of War. I just feel like it's a game you have to sit down and play because if you watch footage, it looks like a garbage third-person action. But you gotta play
Oh,
both.
I seen it at Make a Replay when I went to go buy. Because I went to Make a Replay because I was like, you know what? I really want to get The Last of Us Part 1, but I don't want to get like the PS4 version. I wanted to get the remastered PS5 version. And but I didn't want to spend $70. So I ended up going to Make a Replay and I found it there for like 55. So yay me. But
Last of Us?
yeah, Last of Us Part
Yeah.
1.
Oh no,
And I also ended up seeing Elden Ring there, and I think the Elden Ring was there for like 35.
oh, that's pretty cheap for it.
I
definitely-
considered
like,
getting it, but I was like,
it's an
Dark
amazing game.
Souls.
It's near perfect. It's just really fucking hard.
Yeah.
it's
I don't know.
really hard. I installed a
Same with,
mod
like-
to play co-op with my wife on PC, and it's got the feeling of a Lord of the Rings adventure. That is like the vibe I get.
I can
from
see
it
that.
whenever I play, and the world is interesting. The weapons are fun. The combat's perfect.
You can get the
And I-
Berserker sword. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, does it have the story of God of War? No, it doesn't. But the lore is extremely interesting. Gameplay is fantastic. In the open world, it's probably the best open world game I've ever played. It's great.
Someone drop a hot take. And Justin, since I'm assuming you've played all the Souls games. Like
All of them, buddy.
All of them.
Yeah.
Would you say when people are saying like who are upset because Call of Duty produces the same bullshit, do you agree that Elden Ring, well, besides well, they made Sekiro too, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Bloodborne. What about Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Did they make
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne?
Yeah, they did.
Shut up!
BORN. Anyway, E actually.
I don't fucking follow them.
Would you say that it's the same concept as Call of Duty?
No, I wouldn't.
Why is that?
Because every game is a new map, weapons, new animations, new story, new like the
You're
game.
just describing Call of Duty, by the way.
I'm not though, because
Yes.
like literally, if you play Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 1, like the new
Completely different maps.
same different maps, but same gun animations, same guns for the most part. Like, yeah, they shoot a little bit different. But if you sit down and play a Call of Duty game, it feels extremely similar to another Call of Duty. And I would not recommend. So, like, if someone's really enjoying Call of Duty 2019, Modern Warfare 2019, and I would say to them, you don't need to get Modern Warfare 2. Like, you don't need to. Like, unless you want to get it for the story. Like, the experience is so similar that it's almost indescribable. Like, you can't even separate the two. Like, with Souls games, it is a whole new... The bosses are completely different. The enemies are completely... Yes, you're a man swinging a sword, but everything else is different.
I mean, I would
Can I add
say
in?
I was gonna say the only argument really would be I mean I've played 2. I think Dark Souls 2. I think.
Dark Souls 2 is the worst one.
Well, I was Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls.
Oh, you played the worst 2 ones.
Yeah, and
Man.
if I remember, there wasn't like any like crazy mage classes, right? In those.
No.
Okay.
They
So
didn't
then,
get good
like
with magic until Dark Souls 3.
yeah, so like
No.
so like Elden Ring really like perfected like the different ways you could play.
That's right. Yeah.
That I will give credit to. Okay.
So if
now-
you want to,
I-
if you want to like cheese the way through and like use magic and summons and all this shit, you can, and it's not like a cheap way to play. Like I don't fucking. Some people say it is, but I don't fucking care. If you're playing the game and having fun, who gives a shit? Because
now,
magic
Caleb.
does make the game significantly easier.
You want to throw your sense in?
Somebody had posted a video and was like dogging on Tears of the Kingdom, saying that like it was like a slideshow video, and it was like a bunch of pictures and memes of like Tears of the Kingdom being $70 DLC and how I don't know, like games like are 4K 60 frames, and then Tears it runs like a game that's on PS4
Wii.
graphics. Yeah,
Yeah.
and shit like that, 30 frames and stuff like that, blah
That's-
blah blah blah, and it's gonna get Game of the Year and shit. They were just like really dogging on it, and then somebody in the comments was saying that the same could be said about God of War Ragnarok,
Yikes.
and
But it's
And
a
then,
it's a continuation. They expand on the game,
Yeah.
and
Like,
it
anytime
hang on, and it
yeah,
plays
okay.
way better than the first one.
It does.
Way better.
I don't like this argument because a sequel is literally supposed to feel like the first game.
Caleb.
Like that is what a sequel is. Halo did it. God of War is doing it. Zelda is now doing it. Like just because it's a sequel does not mean you need like a whole new graphic engine, a whole new shading, a whole new this. It's like no, it's a sequel. Like when you go to Midgard and God of War Ragnarok, it's not like it's all frozen over and shit. But
Yeah,
you're in
with
the
snow.
same fucking place.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah,
It's the same thing with Miles and Spider-Man.
exact same thing.
It's
Even that was like a cheaper
right, like
game.
yeah, obviously it's gonna be New York City.
yeah, it's New York City, but it's Christmas time, so there's snow. Like it's really the
Yeah.
only difference, and they changed some buildings around.
Yeah.
But like, but the problem with that with the Tears of the Kingdom argument, how it like it's not 4K or 1440p or whatever, and it's just a continuation. Like, but that's not technically the developer's fault. That's
No.
the people who handle the hardware, how outdated the Switch is.
It's
Because-
running on a device that's weaker than your cell phone.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Like
the thing, like
It's crazy.
sit there and think
I
about.
like the Switch. It's a great system.
It's completely garbage. It is
it
so.
needs
it
a
is
new
very
one.
outdated.
It's so old.
yeah.
It's so old.
The first Switch came out 2016.
17.
2017. So 6 years ago. And even
Yeah,
at the
March
time when
3rd.
it came out, it was old.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is it's portable. It's like there's a very.
I would
few-
agree
Go ahead.
that I would agree that Nintendo really does need to like,
Keep up.
because their thing is like they don't really not give up. They just need
keep
to upgrade their hardware. They need to stop like this insinuation that nobody really cares about the hardware. They care about the gameplay. We care about the gameplay, but like
Your games are struggling.
it
Yeah,
needs
literally.
oomph. It needs
Literally.
oomph. Like just a little
You
bit
can-
of
you can-
little bit of a boost.
You can literally look at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That game runs.
That game struggles and it pisses me off.
I'm telling you though,
'cause
that
it's-
is not the console. That is the dev. Because that game does not run higher than 25 FPS ever. Even when you're like just walking in the fucking field, like it's
No, I would say it's both because there's moments where it,
And then
it,
when
it
shit
looks
pops
great.
in, oh my god, dude.
It looks
Fucking
great, but then there's
drops,
but then
frames
there's
drop.
but then there's time. It's just like frame drop when it rains, when it snows, when when there's a massive fucking
the draw distance is like 10 meters.
like that's like the developers are given the shit straw on what they can or cannot do. Well, unfortunately, they made
I
a
do
butt cheek ass
think
game.
Scarlet and Violet, though, I feel is like a weird because yes, the console is old. I'm not doubting that, and I'm not saying it's not, but there are so many games that look and run better than Pokemon,
Right.
and it's crazy how the Pokemon is the highest grossing entertainment IP in the world, and their games look like this, and I just cannot. I can't believe it.
Here's my take on that, and I agree. I 100% agree with you. But they bit off more than they could chew.
Totally.
They literally they tried forcing. I wouldn't say forcing. They tried pushing co-op, whether couch or online, which that's never been done before. They've created a massive open world, which has never been done before, like massive, not like pixelated. Then they want to add environment, like it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's snowing, it's sunny. It's,
I know.
they never done that before. It's like they bit off more
There's
than
like
they could
800
chew.
Pokemon they have to
Yeah.
battle. Like that's like a thing
Yeah.
too, right?
They did them, but it was just like it was like set areas. It wasn't like a
like-
weather element. It was like this area would always be raining, or this area would always be snowy.
Right.
Like I'm begging them. I know they got
I would-
massive shit for this, for Sword and Shield, where they trim the Pokedex. You know,
They did with this one too.
I know, but I'm begging them. Just do like 120 and have it be where like I walk into a field, maybe there's a Charmander like eating an apple, and I have to like interrupt it. And, I just hate how they're always walking. They've had the same animation since Pokemon Black and White or X and Y or whatever it is. And
here's literally what they need to do.
Yeah, people bitch a lot about the Pokemon having the same animation, like Pokemon Coliseum, like from the Nintendo 64, how they all have unique animations.
Yeah.
But how they can't apparently have unique animations for the Switch. Yeah, personality, yes.
Yeah. So here's what they need to do. So obviously the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games, that Chibi style that came out right before Scarlet and Violet, they need to do that. Make it co-op, like what's that Zelda game? The Four Swords.
Four Swords, yeah.
Yeah. Make it online co-op, then make it like top down with Pokemon. It would not be hard.
Yes. Or hey, here's a weird one. Go back
I don't think
to
they would be able to go back to top down.
Go back to the pixel. Like I would not even be angry about that.
I would love to see
the amount of Pokemon fans that would be angry about it would be though.
I would love to see like even like a 2-player co-op like remake of Pokemon Emerald.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon Black and White.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I just don't know. Like they need help because Breath of the Wild, like say what you want about the performance, but the world feels alive. You look out into Hyrule, you see like camps, you see the volcano going, you see like a bunch of you see enemies like in the distance, like having a campfire and eating some meat. You see like there's a bunch of shit going on, and I cannot believe that Pokemon is the way it is.
Yeah, they like I hate I respect Nintendo for going as long as they have, keeping their first party titles and being able to handle it on their own, but now they're at a point with technology that they can't. They need to outsource for help.
Totally.
Like how like Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer and Treyarch reach out to Ravensoft.
Yeah.
Like that, like create that cooperation so that way we can get a better game.
Unfortunately, Nintendo's very strict.
I know
they are.
So I don't know if you guys know this. So I mean, obviously, technically, we all play Fortnite, but there was a rumor, and it has been proven that fucking Samus was supposed to be in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, you know why they weren't?
Oh yeah,
because Nintendo said "fuck you." That's why.
Nintendo's very like close to their chest with their IP.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so
the fact
stupid.
that Link was in Soul Calibur at all.
Yeah.
was a big deal.
Or how fucking Nintendo's is able to be referenced in other things that aren't Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like in a random movie, someone's talking about, oh, you look like a Mario brother or whatever.
So speaking of, so they need help, right? Another company that needs help right now is 343. Now I want you to imagine a world with come with me on this journey, okay?
And we'll see
where Xbox buys Activision, okay?
Oh.
I want you to imagine an ODST game.
They did, by the way.
Not yet. It hasn't gone through yet.
It's gone through.
No, it hasn't yet. Not officially.
No, they blocked it.
No, but
Europe has blocked it.
The UK blocked it.
It's gonna happen. Just accept it.
It's gonna happen. I want it to happen. It doesn't matter. Okay. I want you to imagine where it happened, and then I want you to imagine Infinity Ward making a Halo ODST game. Okay.
No.
It
would feel too much like Call of Duty.
And that's fine.
Halo 5?
Call of Duty feels great.
No.
So Halo 5?
It wouldn't feel like Halo anymore. I don't want it.
It's an ODST game. I'm not saying
Halo 5 Halo 5 doesn't feel like goddamn Halo.
Yes, it does.
No,
Shut
it doesn't.
the fuck up.
Oh,
we're getting off topic.
Goodness. Okay.
Anyway, Justin.
I'm not asking them to make the chief main games. I'm saying make an ODST game. That's all I'm saying.
I would love another ODST game.
Would be fucking great.
They would have the budget to make a good story,
Because
too.
you know who else is making an ODST game right now?
No one.
Nobody.
It'd be like a ODST 2, like a sequel between like 5 and Infinite.
Yeah.
Like how it was that introduction with in Halo Infinite where the ship was going down and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Or what happened to what's his name?
Buck.
Is that the guy? No. The guy in Halo
Bach?
Infinite.
Oh,
Pilot?
pilot.
Yeah, the pilot.
Fernando?
Yeah, like he would be a part of that game.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, you could even bring Buck back.
Yeah.
I know he's a Spartan, but maybe he could be like your leader or something, and you're new DST, and you're following him around. Like I'm just saying, like there's a lot of. I just know how good Infinity Ward is, and I just really want them to make a Halo game. It'd be great. It would be great. Anyway, we got way off topic. I want to circle back to Zelda for a sec. So I think after playing it for like 10 hours, that the marketing was trash for Zelda.
Yeah,
Really?
It was
definitely.
trash.
Compared to Breath of the Wild,
I mean, I feel like they waited way too long to like
push it.
do any like gameplay trailers or anything.
Yeah. So here's why I'm saying that. So they marketed that you're in the same height, right? Okay, what if I told you that there is an underground area that is as big as Hyrule?
I heard about that.
They have not advertised it at all. It's underneath the main world, and it's as big as Hyrule. And there's a
They
whole
probably
bunch
did
of
that on
secrets
purpose, though.
down there. I'm telling you, it just feels like the marketing. It just makes it sound like a DLC. Like you're right, but the game, there's so much to it. That I understand they want it to be a secret, but man, there's so much in there that they haven't talked about.
Yeah,
and
it's the same.
I feel like that would have really helped a lot of people say like, "Oh, this isn't a DLC. This is a full sequel," because there's so much shit in here.
Well, they're banking it on how well Breath of the Wild was. They were like,
Yeah.
it doesn't need the market; it just needs the name. And like,
They're probably right.
And they'll show like clips here and there, like in the first trailer, and they're like, "Oh, this is literally the next thing of Breath of the Wild."
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend sent me a picture of him at the line, and he doesn't even know how to Switch anymore. And I was like, "Why are you there?" And he was like, "My friend has really bad like social anxiety, and asked me to join him." And I was like,
"Same.
Your average fucking Zelda fan."
Caleb was just like reading that, and he goes, "Same."
Same. Is that why you invited me to the Smash Wii U launch night, Caleb?
No, I just wanted all my friends there so that I had somebody to play Smash with when we all went back to my house.
Sure.
Anyway.
You know what? You're not invited to the next one.
I don't want to come anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next Smash game that'll never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sadly,
I know.
Unfortunately. You know what I was talking to a couple of buddies of mine about that.
Remix.
So the sad part is Smash is not going to get touched until Sakurai is dead.
Yep.
That's the sad truth.
Or until he gives his permission.
But he won't. he literally won't. There's no way. He's held that to. He was still in control, but he was still working on the game like hands on for God knows how long.
Yeah.
For each individual game, like he didn't like sit back and let other people do the job.
He was hands on every day, making decisions and doing shit. Yeah, there's a reason why the game feels the way it does. Like the games always feel so good
because there's characters. Like there's one person who's like they saw the vision. They didn't like they told other people what to do, but like he's the one who's like, no, this is too like this character does not look right. The design looks off. Like the maps look trash.
Vision. Yeah, it's like Cory Barlog for God of War. Like he is the guy for God of War. Like, yeah, does he make the game? No, but he's sitting there saying yes, no, this doesn't feel right. Go back, do this. Like it's all there.
I mean that's technically true, but there was a new guy for Ragnarok.
He was still kept on as the producer because he's one of the original devs from the original God of War team. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, and that's
I have a feeling Nintendo's gonna get greedy and try to make it again though. I have a feeling they're gonna do it in like 10 years.
Again, I got a feeling it's. I mean, I would understand a remake, but they can't play that off because a remake of the 64 only has 8 characters. 8 characters. 16. 8.
I mean, that's technically what 12. Ultimate was. It was just bringing all of the characters together, isn't it?
Because it was like the last one.
Yeah.
That's why they did it. So if like they remaked like the 64 version, there's only 16 characters. No one's gonna buy that bullshit.
If they ever remake it, it'd be Melee, not 64.
Now fuck Melee.
Yeah, but the issue with Melee is that it's broken. Realistic, and this is
exactly
like this isn't hating. This is why people play it. Is because the movement in Melee was exploited, and it became literally the most popular Smash.
Yeah,
it's not because the game is good. Well, I mean, it is like just in general the game's good, but it's not as I will say it's not as good as Ultimate.
The only people that killed Melee is Nintendo themselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't think it's better than Ultimate, but it's definitely more popular than Ultimate.
I mean, I think if you take away wave dashing and the exploited mechanics, and if you take away the history of what Melee has brought with like the fighting community for gaming,
Yeah.
I will say 100% Ultimate is better by a landslide. But if you bring all that stuff back in, no, Melee is like top.
Yeah.
It's too good.
It's funny, like I actually, Lord and I popped Melee in like a few months ago just to play it. It's been so long, and that game still feels so good.
Right.
Like to play, it's crazy how good that game feels. Like even
Right.
compared to Brawl, Brawl feels awful.
Brawl-
Brawl feels
I love
sluggish.
I love the story for Brawl, but
Me too.
I hate the
Yeah.
fucking game.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay.
Yeah.
Can I ask
I
an
agree.
off-topic question?
Mm.
So I feel like this is gonna be really out of like way left field. I feel like I'm gonna get shit for it, but I don't care.
Okay.
I feel like if we were in the future, I think Nathan would agree that Justin, if we had a spaceship, Justin would be the captain. Yes or no?
He is the raid leader in my Discord.
I
Okay,
don't know where you're getting at.
Justin.
but Go ahead.
So I have a question for Justin.
Okay.
What jobs would you assign to me and Nathan for your show?
Oh, is this what you're gonna ask me like 2 weeks
Yes.
ago?
Yeah, for like weeks. I've been holding on to this information.
This man kept writing like sticky notes all over his office desk. He's like, I gotta remember.
Yes.
I gotta remember. I can't forget.
It's in my
That's
phone.
Funny.
It's in
Okay.
my phone.
Oh man. Okay, let's think here. Let me. Okay, so your strengths and weak. Okay, I want you. Okay, sell me and what your weaknesses are and what you're good
I can do literally
God damn
everything,
it.
so I don't care.
at. It's like the perfect human.
No, I'm not saying I'm perfect at doing
I'm the
everything.
$1 million man.
Wow, that is a very old movie. I'm very impressed, Caleb.
Oh,
Bravo.
man.
No, I'm saying like I could give me time, I can do basically anything. However,
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to be the best unless I do that one thing consistently.
Okay.
So
okay.
like you put me as a pilot, I'm gonna be very terrible in the beginning, but at some point I'll get it down.
Okay.
You're gonna have me in logistics? All right, I know where shit goes. We'll be good to go.
Okay. What about you, Caleb?
God, I was gonna say cleaning because I really like cleaning, but I don't want to do.
That's
I
weird.
don't.
That's weird.
I don't want to clean the fucking ship.
I'm useless.
I don't
put me on
clean
cleaning.
the
How-
fucking ship.
Wait, no, how? Okay,
I don't want to
hang
clean
on.
the fucking ship.
Now, hang on. If we're like, okay, we're all astronauts. We're going into space. How? And Justin's the captain. How what is fucking goddamn Caleb gonna be doing? Sitting in a fucking chair, helping us try to
You know what,
control
though?
this ship.
Oh man.
You know what
Moral
though?
support.
You know what though? Hold on.
Yeah,
I
what?
have a CDL, so I'm at least the more trained driver. I would like to believe.
Do you fucking think you're
Yeah.
driving here?
Shut up!
You're flying. First
Listen,
off,
let me. You told me to sell myself.
Okay.
I-
Go on.
I would like to believe that I could be a pilot.
I could also dispute that because you've also almost got us into an accident last time I drove with you.
No.
Caleb is the guy I put in like a chair in the cockpit with like a fake steering wheel.
You just like look to your left and
Captain,
I gotta change gears.
Oh man. Anything else, Caleb?
And
You don't
I've-
sell yourself anymore.
All right, I'll wait for it to be done.
I'm very reliable.
At
I
what?
mean, you can't really miss work if we're all on a ship.
Yeah, if we're in if we're in fucking space.
I'm gonna call like I can't
I'm
come in today. Like,
dependable.
you're downstairs. What do you mean?
You're taking a shit right now. What do you mean?
Okay, Nathan, you would be probably my navigator.
Hang on. I'm gonna
Okay,
tell.
good.
I'm gonna tell this fucking goddamn story because no one
Oh,
fucking
okay.
no one fucking knows
Oh
this.
my god.
Here we go.
When I was
What's the
helping,
moon?
when I was helping him move, I'm pretty sure it was when I helped him move. We were driving, yeah, because we drove to fucking Canterbury and back. So we drove to Canterbury.
It was to Wallen.
It was to Wallen? No, it wasn't.
Yes.
No, because was it?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Anyway,
Go on.
so we were driving back up to technically my apartment, I guess. We get to a four-way. This motherfucker almost caused a huge accident because he doesn't
Oh
stop
my
at a
God.
fucking red light. He's in the
Listen to
middle.
me.
He's in the middle of the street. You know why everyone stopped? Because he drives a white fucking Charger and everyone thought he was a cop.
Oh my!
So
God.
everyone, no one went forward. If we were in
That's
we were in my
so
Jeep
funny.
and he was driving, we'd be dead. 100%.
Listen to me.
100%.
We were talking. We were talking.
You weren't looking at me. You
And
were
I
eyes on
was-
the road.
No, they were not. We were talking and I was distracted. If I was driving a giant fucking if I was flying a fucking ship, whatever the size being, in fucking space, mind you, there'd be no goddamn red lights.
Caleb's like, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
You know, part of being a pilot is like docking, right? Like you have to
You gotta land
dock the
it.
ship and you gotta.
Yes,
yeah.
I park my bus all the time. I literally back it up without a back mirror, without a back camera, all the time. Do you know how much skill that fucking take?
I mean,
Because
I'm not
I
saying-
don't have help. I don't have help. I don't have anybody to tell me, like, all right, you're good.
I'm not saying it
You
doesn't
didn't hit
take-
it.
I'm just worried that they're gonna kill us. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I
So
promise
I'm-
I wouldn't kill you
so-
if you make me the pilot. If
so
you
I'm-
don't
so
make
I'm
me the
done-
pilot, I can't promise that I wouldn't become the imposter. There's just no promises.
The imposter.
Oh.
I had to
All
make the
right,
joke.
so
I'm sorry.
all right, so Justin chose me as a navigator apparently. Now
Yeah,
what
navigator.
is Caleb?
You're the navigator, and Caleb, I'll put you in charge of communicating.
Ooh.
The communication officer.
Oh man, there's a joke for that, but I'm not gonna say it. Love you, buddy.
Oh, you gotta
Hey,
say it.
oh damn it!
You
I hate
gotta
talking
say
on the fucking phone.
That's not true. You're the only person
Yes,
who.
no, literally in the office,
Oh.
I accidentally hung up on the lady because she was yelling at me. I was like trying to put her on speaker, and I was like, yeah, hold on. I was like, let me ask somebody, and I accidentally like hung up the phone before I hit the speaker button, so I like hung up on her, and I was like, oh, she was mad already, so she's gonna be mad now. And I expected her to call back, but she didn't.
You pick up the phone, you're like, sucks to suck, hang up.
I don't want to deal with this anymore, and just hangs up.
Caleb, I'll get you a headset instead, not a phone. There you
We'll give
Well, I
you-
would like
we'll
to
gi-
hope
we'll-
that if we're on a spaceship and we're in the future, I'd like to think there's like
We'll give
some
you-
sort of like rig or hologram or like, some sort of like earpiece that's like in my ear that like, whatever.
Better yet, you get to wear a VR headset all day.
Just
Put
don't give him that
me in
power.
comms.
I was gonna say
Shut the fuck up.
give him a headset and a fake fucking Xbox controller. Make him sure he pretends he's in an Xbox party.
Oh, man.
Love you, buddy.
Did you leave? I can't.
I wouldn't mind being in charge of
Okay.
inventory.
That's not where I'm putting you now, am I?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. There's called promotions, Justin, and I can fucking apply for it.
Damn,
Doesn't mean I have to approve it.
You're right.
This man
I'll vote for it.
wants
Give me
to
6 months.
Give me 6 months. This man wants to be doesn't want to be on a phone so bad. He wants to do manual labor for the future. Nice.
No,
can't
like
believe- I cannot believe
like-
your first answer was cleaning. I
That is
really
weird.
cannot believe that you said that.
That is weird.
Oh, in the
I was
far
trying to
distant
think of
future,
skills.
when we're in fucking space, you're like,
He's like-
I want to clean the
He goes,
ship.
what are my skills? Well, I'm good at cleaning.
Chanel looks at you like, no, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
No, I'm actually one of those
Chanel.
people, and I don't know how you guys are. But when it comes to vacuuming, like I fucking hate when other people vacuum for me. Like I'm like, no, if you fucking do it, it's not clean. If I do it, then it's fucking clean.
When you do it the exact same way.
Yeah. No, because I'll watch them do it, and I'm like, fucking doing it wrong. Like, there's a certain way.
I'm gonna put this on record. When Caleb came over to help me reorganize my office, he did vacuum for me because he was like,
Nice.
he literally was like, can I vacuum?
It made me.
No, I didn't make you. You
No,
were like,
no, not make me. I'm sorry. I meant to say that I offer. I was like, can I do it?
yeah. He was like, we moved everything around, and he goes, hey, can I vacuum? I'm like, I guess. I was gonna do it. You
guess
don't have
so,
to.
yeah.
You don't have to do it. And he goes, no, I want to. Literally takes up my
I literally
vacuum.
took it from. No, plot twist. He's
Oh.
spelling it wrong. I took it from. I was like, you're doing it wrong.
I didn't even start. You were like, "Hey, can I vacuum?" Because I was telling him like, "Hey, I was gonna vacuum after we moved everything." He goes,
Guys.
"Oh, can I do it?"
This is unrelated, but not unrelated. But there's a medal in here called Odin's Raven. I just wanted to point that out.
You know, nobody knows that we are playing Halo right now.
Shut up! I just wanted to point it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of references of other mythologies in other video games that
No,
isn't God of
Odin
War.
Thought he was
does
cool.
not belong to God of War. That's not like a character
Yes.
they made up. Okay.
As he's Norse.
Okay.
That's why I was excited when I found out Tyr was also a god of war. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there's two of them In
my
the
wife-
second game, well, I guess technically not, but
Yeah, my wife is way deep into Norse mythology, so she was like really excited about every time a new god showed up.
She was probably
There's
pissed
so
off
much good shit in there.
with the Thor movies.
Oh, she hasn't seen them.
Oh, damn.
She
She absolutely
hates them.
should.
She sees how bad they are from the outside. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she probably watches DC and she's like, "This shit's my jam."
she hates all comic book movies.
Mm.
She's a woman of culture.
That's grounds for
Doesn't
divorce.
like most
Is
comic
that
book
culture though?
movies. Well, they're getting worse, so I don't really,
That's true.
I took her to.
I don't know.
Endgame
I watched
because-
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That shit's pretty fucking lit, man. I
I heard it was good. Yeah.
don't know. It's very good. I wish it would have got more than an 8.
An 8. What do you mean?
Yeah, 8 out of 10. It should have got more
Who
than an 8
gives
out of
a
10.
fuck what the reviews? You care way too much about that number.
You're right.
That is true. Other people's opinions do not matter.
Like, if you love
Except when it came to
something,
Morbius.
it's great. Morbius.
Do you know I still have that cardboard cutout in the back of my car?
Man, that sounds like a good fucking fire starter.
Wait, you have a cardboard cutout of Morbius, like Jared Leto?
I
Morbius?
do.
Oh my
I do.
god.
That's the only reason my car hasn't fucking broken down yet. That's probably the reason I get fucking. Honestly, it's probably cursed. Probably the reason my window fucking cracked. It's like,
Because just sitting there.
Menacingly.
yeah, it's probably like, get this shit out of my. It's probably like, get this shit out of my trunk.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Funny. Can I bring up an idea? I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Like, I guess this isn't live, this podcast, but so
Oh, hey, we're recording a podcast.
Channel's
By the way.
called-
Never did an introduction. Thank you, Caleb.
yeah, you're welcome.
Welcome to the All Vulgar
Anyway.
podcast. Okay, sorry.
Now what?
So the channel's called All Vulgar. How about what if we did like a side channel called not side channel, but like a side like I don't know what you would call it. Like a I don't know what you would call it.
What do you want?
Not like a channel, but like a
Series?
yeah. Thank you.
What?
Like called like All Virtuous or like
Or
the entire time we can't cuss. We can't be mean to each other. We have to say nice things while playing video games.
oh, that's
You're
number
so
multiplayer
good
games.
at that.
number
I hope
one.
your family has a nice Christmas.
Number
like,
one.
Things like that.
That would just be on this channel. That would not be another channel. I will not put
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It would just be like a series, not like
Yeah,
not-
series.
not
Yeah,
like a
wait, that's
side
not.
channel.
That's,
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, yeah.
Be really
Well,
difficult.
we have to have a punishment if we get mad.
Oh
Yeah, we
man,
have-
that's all me. Damn it.
We have to have some kind of punishment.
I don't know.
We'll think about it. If you can think of a punishment for us, leave in the comment. We'll think of something. But I like that idea,
Yeah, I definitely like that idea because that would be I would lose. It's not even like a joke anymore. I would just fucking lose.
I feel like it'd be hard for me
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
I can't even disagree. It'd be difficult for me.
we'd have to bring in like new people to do it. We just feel like we suck, so we need like people who can actually not swear.
I think we would also have to play it like it'd be hard for you, Nathan, especially on Call of Duty. But we would have to play like live against other people. But like the only people that really play like with open mics is on COD.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you would have to figure out your mic
any-
situation.
anything sweaty. I'd be cursing up a storm. You
I'll
fucking
play
bitch!
ranked Halo. I'll fucking.
Oh yeah,
I'll
Justin
fucking
could do
cuss
it.
20 times in a minute. Yeah.
Wait, is there fucking in-game chat where you can talk
There
shit to?
is.
Ooh,
I'm not sure.
There
how many
is.
people
There's
use
just
it.
there's not a lot of people that use it.
you
It's
said-
not like Call of Duty.
true. Got him with the.
There's
"I
so
hope
many
you have
people
a
that use
nice
mics in Call of
Christmas."
Duty.
You know how hard it is to lead a raid and to not get mad at people? Like when Nathan and I were raiding, and I'll get that edited down and posted soon. But when we were raiding, there were so many times and there were these fucking people that were being fucking idiots. And I was sitting there,
Well,
and I'm like,
there was one in particular. He was like, he got
man,
so
really
butthurt. He got real butthurt. Then Justin kicked him and goes, "Yeah, I don't have time for that shit."
yeah. So there's times exactly where they'll all of a sudden where it will be so annoying that I just can't stand it anymore. So I will literally just kick them without even saying a word, and then everyone's like, "What happened to them?" And I'm like, "I kicked them. I was tired of their shit." And I
I've
was
just been like, I don't know. It's just not there
Oh,
anymore.
during my during my first 48-hour raid experience, there was one time I kicked someone, and because he was getting more and more high as the raid was going,
Oof.
which is fine, but he was starting to play like garbage. And
Warning: we do
Um,
not condone the use of drugs.
It's legal in Canada, fuckers.
Fuck you. Excuse me?
Um.
Oh,
Anyway.
well, we'll get to that. Continue.
Anyway. So there was one. He was getting more and more hot, and I just kicked him. And everyone's like, "Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go?" And I was like, "I don't know. Crazy. I'll invite someone else." And then I did, and that was it. And I got a message saying, "What the fuck, man?" And I just blocked him. I just didn't say a word to him. Oh man.
So, well, I don't know if we can. Well,
No.
if Justin wants to share, I'll say that what you've experienced the partake.
No, so 420 came and went, and Lauren and I were talking about like, ooh, we should try it because it's legal in Canada. You can just go to the store. There's like 8 stores down the road
Yeah,
that
dispensaries.
just have it. Yeah.
God, you
And
guys are already happy with free healthcare. Might as fucking well.
hell yeah. And we decided not to because
Oh.
we're going to, and I'll let you know when. But we decided not to.
I will gladly go. I will take my wife, and we will come to Canada and we will go to a dispensary, and we will get lit.
It's gonna be that would be
Hey, you wanna
so
go to
weird
Canada?
for you to go to a dispensary.
Huh? Oh, my wife says, when is it okay?
When is it okay? I'll let you know.
What? We married Shawana.
He's actually fucking talking to her.
Well, she keeps like I can see her in the corner of my eye, and she's on her computer. She's like leaning over and going, when?
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 Oh, that's funny. But
Anyway.
yeah, like, so I'm coming from Indiana, so it's illegal there, and so the fact that moving here, I see like literally so many, like almost every road has them. They're like Starbucks here. Like there's so many.
They're like Starbucks here.
Yeah, and you walk in. We did go into one of the stores just to look around and see, and it's surprisingly like professional and
Yep.
really well done. And I thought I was at like a GameStop for a second there, to be honest with you. Like it felt like really chill. The workers there like really knew their shit because we had a bunch of questions, and I was impressed. I was impressed.
He goes, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely going to die now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Anyway.
If this upstanding citizen is good, then fuck it.
This is a well-established building.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other topics you guys had?
I had one that I wanted to bring up. I don't remember if we've talked about it before, but I really wanted to ask, how did you guys start gaming? Like what age? What was your first console? What was your first video game? Like your first memory? Like vividly, if you can remember, like how did you guys start gaming? Like what intrigued you enough to start playing? Like how did you guys get into it?
You can go to first, Nathan.
I was 4. My dad saw Mario, I guess. Like he was at Walmart or something, and he bought a Super Nintendo with Super Mario. I think it was World. I think it was World. It was 3 or World, one of the 2. And came home, and me and my brother would literally wake up at like 4 in the morning before school, and my dad was drunk on the couch, and we just sneakily played Super Mario World.
Nice.
For like a month straight. Like we did like every day.
Hell yeah.
I was like, all right, what else you got? Oh, there's Killer Instinct. There's Super Mario. I think Super Mario Kart was put on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what else to play. There's mainly those 2, but then my old friends they did the same shit. Like they had Super Mario World. Their parents bought it for them. Well, they bought it for themselves, but the kids were playing it, so that's how I started.
Nice. What about you, Caleb?
For me,
Halo 1.
It's the memories are kind of mixed. It's between I remember my mom having a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo, like both, and being able to play both. And every time my mom would play, I always wanted to play with her or play them. And she would always like not put in the second controller, but like put it next to me, and I would always ask like, why isn't my person moving, or why am I not doing anything? And I was always smart like that. And so she had to then teach me to play. Well, so I remember like walking into the living room and putting in, I think my mom had just gotten Crash Bandicoot for the PlayStation 1, and that was the first game that I popped in and I played, and Like I remember like going down that first level and like jumping on the crates and stuff like that and learning how to play it. And like I basically like taught myself. And I
That
was
game
like
does
4 years
not
old.
hold up.
It does not.
Anything else, or is that it?
Mhm.
Okay. So I used to, after school every day, I would go hang out at my grandpa's store. He had his own like alteration store, like a clothing tailoring business. And I would go to the back, and he had a Sega Genesis there. And my first gaming memory was playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2
Ooh.
on the Sega Genesis. And I would go there every day after school, play it, sometimes with my sister. And after that, I played Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast. Like, Sonic was my shit then. And it was only downhill from there. So. Just kidding. Sonic Adventure 2 is great, and Sonic Frontiers is fun. So, but yeah, good stuff. I like that.
Nice.
I like that question. Aaron, topics you guys want to cover? We've been going about
Yeah,
an hour-ish now.
About an hour. I mean, we can wrap up.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
You guys want to hear a fun story about my dad before we wrap up?
Oh God,
Oh,
not
goody.
fucking.
I saw your.
So my dad
dad's
bought a
con-
bag of jelly beans,
Okay.
and he complained that there wasn't enough jelly beans with the bag, and he complained so much that he literally called the customer service and
No, he did
complained. I'm not kidding. Complained to the jelly bean company, and they literally sent him a fucking coupon for any of their products for $5 off, but for jelly beans.
Wow.
Can we also talk about how your dad makes weird comments on your Facebook?
Yes, half the shit I share, and it's video game related. He doesn't know understand what it is.
He literally,
Like the
he literally responded saying, "Absolutely amazing." Because I'm on your Facebook.
yeah. Oh my god, I love this.
Regarding Cartoon Network, moms are the realest.
Yeah.
That he made on the Jessica.
Even though he
Jessica.
Was that Nathan?
I just saw the one from Halo.
Oh.
yeah.
And Justin. Your dad should not be on Facebook, bro.
Your dad
No,
shouldn't be
it's-
doing anything.
No.
Like, I honestly, he makes me very uncomfortable. And I'm not
He
saying
makes
that
everybody
as like a
uncomfortable.
joke. He actually makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Oh man. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us on another episode of our podcast.
We'll be doing these
What do we
every
call
2
it?
weeks.
Every bi-weekly, every 2
Bi-weekly.
weeks.
Every
Yeah.
2 weeks.
When I get paid,
3 straight guys talking about it bi-weekly. All right.
Nice.
And that's it.
because we're not straight.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
Got something to say, Caleb, or what's up?
Well, dang. Okay.
All right. Yep, we're done.